I want to welcome you guys today to Don Blaze, D Blaze 71 TV. And today I'm going to be doing a cooking tutelage, something real simple. You know what I'm saying? For all the men out there who want to learn how to cook for themselves and, or do a surprise dinner for their significant other. But I'm going to start off simple. Today, it's going to, future videos be much more difficult as far as the meal prep is concerned and the meal itself is concerned. But today is basic. We're just going to do baked spaghetti. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to save you guys the time of my prepping and so I went ahead and chopped up everything that I needed and got it set and ready to go. But I can just show you where we're at this stage. So here are the items, the ingredients that's going to be used in this baked spaghetti. I cook it with ground turkey breast, ground turkey. And that's back here is turkey sausage. You can use whatever you want, whether it's beef, pork, or whatever, But I've got my peppers and onions chopped, my garlic chopped, my Italian sausage, my turkey sausage chopped, and a few tomatoes to sweeten the spaghetti. That's what a lot of people miss. And I see tomato paste, just a touch. I don't use the whole can. Tomato sauce, as well as my chunky tomato sauce. All right. So at this point, it's simply time to brown our ground turkey. I'm gonna get that started and put you on pause. And while that's starting to brown, we're also boiling our water in order to get our spaghettis boiled up. One thing about the spaghettis is that you never want to overcook them. That would cause you to have some rubbery, like nasty, chewy type of spaghetti noodles, and that will ruin the whole meal. Hold one moment. Now, as that's browning, guys, I add my turkey sausage and my seasoning, spaghetti seasoning. I'll go ahead and do that and let it simmer till it browns. And if you're using ground turkey, it should start to look somewhat like this. The whole time your water's boiling over here for your noodles. And so just keep it stirred so it all cooks evenly, both sides, all sides. When you get comfortable enough to the point to where you feel like it's almost completely cooked, that's when I add the veggies, the onions, the chopped onions and peppers and the garlic. So that's what we'll do at this stage. This is also the stage where you turn your heat down. I went from a 7 to a 4 right now because I just don't want to overcook it. As I start to add my tomato sauces, which is the next move. So I add 2 cans of small cans of tomato sauce, just simply the sauce, without even adding the chunky tomato sauce yet. And I'm gonna let that simmer and mix that up real quick, and let that simmer a little. And then I'll add a touch of the paste and the tomato sauce as well. One moment. You've already got your spaghetti seasoning in the mix, but I'll also add pepper. Because pepper goes with everything. Gotta spice it up a touch. Add your pepper and garlic powder. I know I added true garlic, real garlic, but garlic powder, just being me and being real, I put that ish on everything. Hold tight. And now that the water is completely boiling, I'm gonna start cooking my noodles. Add my noodles. Now, me personally, I break mine in half and drop them in. Give me 1 second. I'll get back with you guys. A touch of salt. Garlic powder, pepper, touch of salt. And here's the look. before the added tomato sauce. The ragu here. It's time to add that to the mix. And just so you know, guys, I have the 45-ounce jug of tomato sauce right there. Tomatoes, onions, and garlic. And I just used just over half. I did not use it all. And you do not want to use it all. You know, it's always better to be able to go back and add more than to overdo it. So I use half for now. And I'll put the top on this and let this simmer for a while. Then I'll add my tomato paste to make sure it's thickened, to thicken it out. You want to thicken it a little bit. Just a couple of spoonfuls, 2 spoonfuls of tomato paste. Be back with you. And that paste, you got to make sure you stir it really good. Stir that paste up really good because it can be thick and hard to divide amongst the entire layer of sauce. So you stir it up really good to even it out all around your pan there. And that's smelling great, guys. Now put the lid on that and let that simmer and cook these noodles up. Couple of key things when you're doing this meal is that you never want to undercook or overcook the noodles. You never want to add too much tomato sauce to the meal, and you always want to give it that taste, that originality, that part of you that's different. That's why I add tomatoes to my spaghetti, and also why, as you'll see later on in the video, I layer the noodles, then a layer of the sauce, then a layer of the noodles, then another layer of the sauce, and then the cheese as I'm baking, as I put it in the oven to bake. And when you see your noodles begin to float at the top like this, they're pretty much done. You can pull them off. I'm gonna pull them off, strain them, rinse them, and then add them to my baking pan. One moment. And I know some right now are asking, why are you rinsing your noodles? Well, I'll tell you, it's to get the starch off of them so they don't stick together. You know what I'm saying? So when I layer them in the baking pan, that they're loose. They're not stuck together and chunked up. That's why I rinse my noodles directly out of the pot. As soon as I strain them, I rinse them. Keep some loose, keep some, individual pieces. And this is how they look, rinsed, loose. They're individual. They're not stuck together. Okay, so here we are with our first level of layered noodles. And now I'm adding the sauce. And then I'll add more noodles. And then I'll add more sauce. And guys, obviously you can cook the noodles and then cook the sauce and serve it up individually if that's what you choose to do. Me personally, I like to add the cheese. I like to add the parsley seasoning on top. And then I like to bake it for a while as let the cheese melt. Then that's when you turn regular spaghetti into baked spaghetti. Pause. Okay, now we've added our other layer of noodles on top here. And we'll just add our next row of sauce. So as we're getting deeper in here, you probably have some extra depending on the size of your saucepan. You can just put that up and save that for a later date, or serve that up individually. So then I'm going to throw this in the oven on low heat just to melt the cheese. You know me, Mr. dress it up. I have to get it perfect here. All right, now I'm gonna add the cheese, which I use a 4-blend cheese, Mexican style mix. You can use whichever type of cheese you like. And just basically layer the whole dish, getting the edges as well. I don't like the other part of the family. Where my cheese at? Shout to wifey. Shout out to wifey. Love you, wifey. Alright. So, boom. That's that. And the final addition here is a layer of the parsley for garnish. A layer of the parsley for garnish. We're gonna bake that, and then I'll be back to show you the final result. Pause. So this is the final result of the baked spaghetti. And all my men out there who want to learn how to cook on their own and cook for themselves or cook for their family, this is something short, simple, and sweet. Didn't take me no more than an hour. That's to prep, cook, and clean behind myself. And this is the result after that. One, two, three, there it is. Obviously, that's a big serving. I'm gonna put that up for later. The rest of the family's got plenty. Thank y'all so much for watching the video. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. We're gonna be doing many different things. You know, like as you can already see, we're gaming, we're reacting, we're actually live sports out there, and we're cooking. We're doing it all. So please help us out. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification. We love you guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.